A Philadelphia man who spent more than 12 years in prison for a shooting has been officially cleared of all charges. We first reported on the case of C.J. Rice more than a year ago. Rice had been serving a 30 to 60-year sentence for attempted murder. He was 17 at the time of the shooting that injured 4 people, including a child. Our national correspondent, Jerika Duncan, has more on the decision to set him free for good.
It takes courage to face the wrongs of the past.
30-year-old C.J. Rice is starting over.
He has fought for this since the second he was arrested.
Amelia Maxfield with the Exoneration Project is one of Rice's attorneys.
He's doing well, he's happy, he's relieved, but you know, there's always kind of two sides to these days, big highs and low lows too.
On Monday, Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner announced all attempted murder charges were dropped against Rice after a reinvestigation into a 2011 Philadelphia shooting that injured 4 people.
So much of what previously happened in Mr. Rice's case was the system not working.
During the new investigation by the Philadelphia DA's office, they found Rice was mistakenly identified by a witness and received inadequate legal representation.
The biggest issue was her failure to prepare, her failure to talk to her client, failure to subpoena records, to get his full medical records, to get his cell phone records, you know, to really uncover evidence that from the beginning could have shown that he did not do this.
Dr. Ted Tapper, Rice's longtime physician, treated Rice for gunshot wounds from a separate incident 5 days before the 2011 shooting that led to Rice's arrest and conviction. In 2022, Tapper told CBS News he didn't think Rice was capable of the crime due to his injuries.
When he left the exam room, he was walking like this.
He'd been shot up. He had more than 30 staples in his torso.
Wow.
Rice has been out on bail since December.
Coming home after a wrongful conviction is one of the most difficult things I think a human can do. There are all sorts of barriers, financial, emotional. You know, he went away when he was 17 years old. He was forced to grow up incarcerated.
Well, Amelia Maxwell went on to tell us that Rice plans to pursue a career in law. Now, Pennsylvania is one of 12 states that does not compensate exonerees for wrongful convictions. And when we asked why it took so long to get this conviction overturned, Maxfield tells me that on average, wrongful convictions take at least 10 years to overturn.
Just so glad he's out. I remember Dr. Tapper, who's Jake Tapper's dad, they came here to this table.
That's right.
That's how I first heard about the story.
Me too.
Clearly, yes, that was instrumental in getting attention to this.
So many cases like that. The Philadelphia District Attorney's Office looking at over 40 cases that have been exonerated in the last 3 or 4 years.
And no compensation, so he's just out on. He's
so you
out.
have to sue the city. One gentleman we did speak to a few years ago sued the city. One success, they settled for $6 million.
He was 17, and now he's 30.
Yeah, in this case.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you, Jerika.